Yeah.
All right. Well, hi and welcome everyone to Katie and Chris's launch. I am Colette,
I'm Kim.
and you get to listen to us talk most of the night. We're going to be sharing about Shaklee and why we have chosen to partner with the company, and letting Chris and Katie also share about that. So, Katie, if you want to go ahead and start and share first your why, your journey to Shaklee, and then we'll let Chris start, and then I'll start the slideshow. Okay?
Okay. So I was originally introduced to Shaklee about 16 years ago through another friend, and have been using a lot of their products since, cleaning products especially, and then some of the other products off and on. And then in the last year was having some health issues myself, and when Colette was introduced to Shaklee, I thought, you know what, maybe that's something that could help me, because the doctors that I was going to were not helping. So I ended up talking with a Shaklee nutritionist, and she gave me lots of ideas, and not only for myself, but also for Graydon and all of his allergies. And I started everybody on different regimes and noticed just some great stuff, and figured, you know what, I'm going to give it a try, because I have seen what an improvement it has made in my health, and then in my kids' health as well. And so here I am launching a Shaklee business.
Yay! All right, Chris, do you want to share?
Sure. So real quick, I just would like to give one disclosure, and it's if you see me do this, I did not fall. I am still experiencing a little bit of jet lag, so I'll be yawning occasionally. If that happens, that's where I'm going. All right, but I would say my health journey started probably at the birth of my first child, which is about 15 or so ago. And I just felt like I wanted to be the best parent that I possibly could and give the gift of health to my family, because I really feel that it's more valuable for them than it essentially is for me. So that's where that started about 15 years ago. And within that time frame up till now, I had just been taking over-the-counter vitamins. I was using toxic cleaners in my home, in my washing machine, in my dishwasher, on my countertops. So honestly, the cleaners were what intrigued me the most about Shaklee at the beginning. And I could not make it to Colette's launch originally. And I was like, oh, we'll catch up or whatever. So then we did catch up. And I was a little skeptical at first until I did some research, because that's what I like to do when it comes to health and wellness. And I was extremely impressed with what I had found on the internet with Shaklee. So I went to her house and I'm like, sure, I'll take the Basic H. And that's what I used first. And when I saw how it was cleaning my home, I seriously texted her and I was like, I cannot wait to clean my windows. So I cleaned my windows. They look amazing. And then I thought, if their cleaners do this to the outside, what will their products do to the inside? So I started taking some of their vitamins and supplements, and honestly, I've never felt better. I do have more energy. My husband loves the B complex. He also has more energy. I started, same with Katie, with allergies. I no longer take allergy medicine for myself. I need to talk to you guys. I know you mentioned about grinding up the alfalfa for your kids. I want to talk more about that, because my son is struggling swallowing the alfalfa, but I know that he would totally benefit from that. And here we are today. I just feel like, knowing what I know about Shaklee, I just have this due diligence to share with the people that I love and care about what it can do for them. And then they own it from then on out. So that's it.
All right. Thank you both for sharing. I'm going to start the screen share. All right. Can everyone see a picture?
Yes.
And are we little?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So Shaklee is safe, proven, and 100% guaranteed. And we're going to explain all of that in more detail as we go. There we go. Okay. So Shaklee was definitely built on trust. It began with Dr. Shaklee, who in 1915 developed the first vitamins and minerals. And he was definitely a visionary of his time. He had definitely a green mindset before green was the cool thing to be. And he focused and believed that the answers to our health and wellness were found in nature. So he developed the company in 1956. And before that, he was just delivering the vitamins and minerals to friends and family. And as that grew to be too big, he then had friends and family that delivered. And he's kept that mindset and believed in that business model to keep a sense of community. He never wanted his things going on a shelf and people just randomly picking them off the shelf. He wanted there to be an advocate and a wellness person to help that person know what to choose and what that's going to do for them. He also was a firm believer that his products would help tell such a great story and health transformations that he wanted that to be told by word of mouth. So he founded Shaklee, obviously. And the amazing thing and the awesome thing is that our current president and CEO and owner, Roger Barnett, he came across Shaklee and he wanted to invest in something because he also has the same vision, the same values and goals as Dr. Shaklee did. And Shaklee was a perfect partnership for him to invest in. And the wonderful thing for all of us is that he is continuing on with Dr. Shaklee's mission. So there's 100 years of innovation, starting with the first vitamins and minerals in 1915. They had the first biodegradable and non-toxic cleaner in 1960, all the way through to products that most of us use now with the Vitalizer, Vivix, which is an anti-aging cellular repair, MindWorks, and we'll be describing more of those products here coming up soon. So one of the things that won me over with Shaklee was definitely the research and the purity and the science behind the products. And so Shaklee stands strong on the fact that they are a beyond organic company. So their philosophy is that they are going to go above and beyond the standards to make sure that all of their products are pure and that they are not contaminated with harmful things from our environment. So they actually test things before, during, and after production to ensure that. And their testing and quality assurance and everything far exceeds anything in the competition. So Shaklee has a wide range of products. And we kind of start with what foundational health, so like the Shaklee Life Plan or also the Shaklee Vitalizing Plan. And then going off of that are some of our healthy solutions, which include the Vivix, the MindWorks, Omega Guard, other supplements and minerals. We have a healthy weight program that's been clinically proven to help people lose and manage their weight. Our Healthy Beauty actually just switched last year to a youth line. We do still have the line that's pictured here, but the youth line, and we will touch on that more later. And then the Healthy Home, which is our Get Clean products, which are non-toxic, chemical-free, and range anywhere from dishwasher detergent to laundry soap to our Basic H, which Chris was talking about. And those are very helpful in people's homes of removing the chemicals and stuff. So our company's mission is to create a healthier life for everyone and a better life for anyone. And Shaklee stands very strong behind this mindset and this vision and mission, because if we are healthy, then we're able to live a better life and do what we are called to do. Unfortunately, though, we live kind of in a world that's full of toxicity. So some of the top signs that you may be suffering from a toxicity buildup is migraines or headaches, sugar cravings, low or inconsistent energy, gas and bloating, caffeine addiction, binge eating or drinking, mood swings, irritability, anxiety, brain fog, difficulty concentrating, and fluid retention. And going along with all the things from our environment and our foods that we eat, there also is definitely medication that can play a part in this too. And unfortunately, we kind of live in a world that when we have a problem, we don't try to see what's causing the problem. A lot of times we go to the doctor and end up with a prescription that does help sometimes mask the symptoms or get rid of something, but we're not necessarily always finding the root cause of it. And the average American under 65 is prescribed 12.2 prescriptions a year, and the average American over 65 is prescribed 19. And I find this fascinating that Shaklee users of more than 20 years, their average age was around 63, we're only at 0.6. And so when we think statistically about that, there had to be a lot of people of Shaklee users at 63 years old that had never been prescribed a prescription that year if there's an average of 0.6. So I think that speaks pretty highly to the products that we have and the way that they work. So symptoms are not enemies to be destroyed, but sacred messages or messengers who encourage us to take better care of ourselves. And this is definitely something that Dr. Shaklee believed in, that we need to take care of ourselves from the inside out and be fueling and feeding and supplementing our body correctly in order for it to work correctly. And that when we do have symptoms for things, it's definitely a sign that something bigger might be going on.
So our organization, this slide kind of gives you an idea of some of the big hitting points of pride for our organization. We are the #1 natural nutrition company in the US. We have a 100-year history of innovation and research. Some of my additional favorite points on the slide are that we are third-party double-blind clinical trials on all of our products. If you think back to like a research methods class you took in college, what that means is that that's research that we did not pay for, and that all of the participants, including the people delivering the placebo as well as the Shaklee supplement, don't know which is which. So it's fully blind on what products have what results. And they're all clinical based. So these are not based on like, the hearsay of, oh, I drank that shake and I feel better. It's not based on just a word of mouth. These are all clinical results. We have over 100,000 quality tests a year to ensure purity and potency. We have 125 published articles in respected peer-reviewed journals. Most organizations cannot say that. The listing of all of our publications and clinical proof is in consumer catalogs. We exceed the U.S. Pharmacopoeia standards by 400%. I think that's a really important point, because when your kid gets an ear infection and they tell you to go get that cute little pink bottle of amoxicillin, I don't think many moms take a moment and think, I wonder if that's safe, or if that's pure, or if that's potent, or if that's toxic to my kid. Because the reality is somebody in a white lab coat handed it to you across the pharmacy counter, and you just assume this is the best thing I can give my kid. When in reality, Shaklee is taking the standards that the U.S. pharmacy would consider safe and improving upon that by 400%. So that one statistic speaks so loudly to me as a mom. We have, I think it's up to 75 patents and patents pending at this point in time, which means no one else has our product. So we talk to some people that are like, oh, I'll just buy that elsewhere, but really it's not the same. We have 120 Olympic medals won by athletes that are fueled with Shaklee. Just recently, the the World Olympic Nutrition Board just came out and said that if there is one product line that they would recommend all of their Olympians would use to keep themselves clean in all of the testing that they have to go through when they're in that high anxiety stage of preparing for the games, and they can be tested at any moment. They wish that people that were Olympians would choose Shaklee to prep their training, which is an incredible props to this organization. We also have done product development for NASA. And I think that word "for" is really cool because that doesn't mean we went to NASA and like handed them one of our supplements and said, hey, could you go take this up in space so that it says Shaklee on it and someone sees it on a picture? Like instead, they came to us and said, we trust you to create a product for us that is high quality, the best of the best, and think about what their budget is. I mean, I can't even imagine. And they came to us. I think that's so cool. We are also recognized as the first certified climate neutral company in the world. We have zero impact on our organization, on the environment for all things, whether it be the way they run corporate headquarters or the amount of boxes they send out. They transfer that that use and that waste, so to speak, with trees planted. So the organization does a really careful job of making sure that we do not have a harmful impact on the environment. And we also have a 100% money back guarantee on all products, which is an incredible guarantee. I don't know how many organizations can say that. Yeah.
Okay, so Kim had touched on the Olympians, and I guess my biggest thing when I first heard that, to be honest, I was like, oh, okay, Olympians use it. And then we had a call with an Olympian who used it, and now he is the spokesman, but the chairperson, like the person who's the go-between Shaklee and the Olympic athletes who use our products now. And he really spoke highly on the fact that they can be drug tested at any moment, and that if something comes up, they're ruined. They cannot play the games. And so a lot of them are actually very hesitant to take anything. And now what they're finding is that if any of the Olympians use something, most of them are choosing to use Shaklee because they know they're going to be getting a pure product that is not contaminated with anything. And again, the NASA thing, just the fact that NASA came to Shaklee, I think gives just a clear picture of the reputation that Shaklee has. And they actually developed a product that helped the astronauts not pass out. So they produced a hydration product that helped the astronauts not pass out as they were coming back into our atmosphere. And because that's severely dehydrating. Oh my goodness. And this is Captain Mark Kelly, and he and his twin brother, he went up into space. His twin brother did not. And they both were taking the Vitalizer strip, and then they compared their health and everything when he got back, and just to see how space would play a role on his body. So here's just another kind of a nice slideshow to just show the Shaklee difference. So it's always pure, it's potent, and it always performs. And so it's always pure. You know that it's not going to be contaminated with anything. It's definitely potent, and it does what it says it's going to be, what it's going to do. And there's clinical tests and trials to show that. And if they have a product that doesn't do that, I was just listening to something today, then they don't put it out there. And they'll try it 4 or 5 times. And if it's still not proving, if it's something on trend or something popular and every other company is releasing it, if they find that it doesn't work, they're not going to sell it. And we do more than they do more than $300 million in research and development, and 350 tests on every new botanical ingredient that's put into our products, and over 100,000 quality tests Kim had mentioned. And so just these numbers in this slide alone won me over to know that not only would I want to partner with this company and share it with others, but that I feel safe giving it to my family and my kids.
Okay, so our landmark study is one of the neatest studies I think that our organization has invested money in. And our landmark study was the largest long-term supplement usage study ever done. And again, keep in mind, this was not done at Shaklee by Shaklee. This was done by the University of California, Berkeley. And what they found was that they followed Shaklee users that had been using for 20 years Shaklee supplements. Because the organization has been around for so long, they have the opportunity to do that, like have people that have been long-term users to determine how it's affecting their health. And what they determined was that Shaklee users had double-digit better biomarkers in health, brain, cognitive health, biological stress, etc. And they were twice as likely to rate their health as very good to excellent. And that's really awesome and really amazing. But the part that was the most profound from the study is that when they compared the 3 groups of who used Shaklee vitamins, who used a different brand of vitamins, and then who used no vitamins, what they found was that the people that used a different brand of vitamins were worse off on all of these clinical indicators of health than the people who used no vitamins. So the brand makes a difference. This is Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn, and she was studying telomeres, and she has now become a part of our nutrition board. She is a Nobel laureate, and she was studying telomeres, and telomeres are the little tiny caps on the ends of your DNA, as you can see in these pictures, and they're basically a biological indicator of your longevity of life, of how long you will live. And the shorter that they get, the more likely it is that you are not going to live much longer. It's shrinking your life. And as they did this study, and as she was determining this for her Nobel Peace Prize, she found this enormous group of people in her study that were throwing off her numbers. Everybody had this continuous trend of, as they were aging, their telomeres got shorter. But there was this group that they could not shake. Why is this one group constantly showing such great numbers? So if you look at this next slide, you will see that as you follow these cute little arrows, there were people that were 80 years old and they had telomere lengths of a 40-year-old. So what that means is that they were biologically not aging, if that makes sense. Their telomeres were longer, significantly longer telomeres for people that were Shaklee users. So after having done this study and showing these results, she then came onto the Shaklee board to become a consultant to our board in developing increased aging, more added aging products. This is just a slide to kind of share with you what we kind of call our foundational health focus. And the whole top of this slide is explaining our Vitalizer Life Strip, as well as our the Life Strips, as well as the Vitalizer Strips and the protein. And the reason that our team typically calls that your foundational health is that we find most people add these 2 products into their life and notice that almost all of their other symptoms kind of begin to dissipate. Like they notice their energy goes up. They notice they start feeling better. They have less cravings. They have all these incredible benefits of just using that one basic foundational aspect, and then can just add in these things at the bottom as supplemented as needed. So our Life Shake is actually getting a little bit of a makeover. We just found out this week that it's getting a little bit of a makeover. So now we are going to have even increased higher levels of protein in our smoothie, as well as maintaining the leucine, which helps preserve your lean muscle while allowing your body to burn fat. And it still includes all the prebiotics, probiotics, and your omegas, but they included digestive enzymes instead to make up for those. And then they have the omegas in them still. And it's a higher level of protein, better taste, no sugar, and something else amazing. Oh, it's gluten-free, it's vegan,
Dairy-free.
and dairy-free. Those are like the big hitters that people said, oh, my customer needs it to be dairy-free, my customer needs to be vegan, etc. So we're getting a little bit of an update on the Life Shake. And then the Vitalizer is, well, I think the next slide might show us a picture of it. Yes. Is that right? The Vitalizer is our cute little strip of vitamins that this is like my mommy energy supplement for the day. What I found with this when I first started Shaklee was that I was buying all these things separately. It includes an omega, it includes a multivitamin, as well as extra Bs and a probiotic. I was buying all of these separately at the local health food store and spending within like 12 cents of this, but I didn't know that because I was never buying them all at the exact same time, if that makes sense. I had so many different bottles with different lengths of time for each one. And this was like a lifesaver for me. This was a game changer for me. My energy just went through the roof, and it's all, even to the packaging, designed this way on purpose to not touch each other. If they do touch each other, they start to break down, etc. So it's 100% or more of the daily value of 23 essential vitamins and minerals. It includes your omegas, which are, how does Barb always tell us? It's triple molecular distillation process.
So basically, if they test it down to the point that it if it's contaminated by 1 grain of sand in an entire pool, they throw it out. So they're very, very picky. And actually, I found out that a fish oil I was taking while I was pregnant was recalled for CBUs and mercury contamination. And the reason why is they were all getting their fish oil from the same place, and they were all in the same contaminated water. So just the fact that Shaklee is always testing everything to make sure it's pure is the peace of mind.
Amen. And efficient and effective. This cute little thing is perfect. It can't even go through your wash and it doesn't affect it. So, you know, in case that ever happens to you too. This is an example of just a close-up look of this cute little pearl at the end of the vitalizer strip. I feel like that's really hard to see, huh? That cute little pearl at the end of the vitalizer strip is the probiotic. And our probiotic is so incredible because you can give it to a child all the way down to 1 year old. So as you talk about gut health, you know, they're determining that our gut health is now like our second brain. It's where your feelings of anxiety and depression and even nerves, like whether it's like my husband has vasovagal heightened nerve, like heightened nerve reaction and response, and adding this to his diet has adjusted that for him greatly. Just as your gut gets healthier, all of those things begin to just normalize. So it's triple encapsulated. It's incredible. The triple encapsulation is meant to be, it's designed so that it doesn't break down until it gets all the way to your lower gut, so it can survive your stomach acid, it survives your saliva, it survives your esophagus, etc., and waits all the way till the bottom where it's meant to be delivered. It has 500 million friendly bacteria per capsule, and the triple encapsulation process means it's a 90% delivery to where you need it to go. Ready? Okay, and then this is the smart delivery system of what this kind of explains in this cute little picture of this person putting the vitamin in their mouth of where the things break down. You could see the Vitaly is this cute little green one here, the multivitamin. It is wrapped in folic acid, so it instantly starts breaking down in your body. And just as a side note, it is known to increase the vitamin B level in your bloodstream for 18 hours. So it's super awesome. And then the next thing that breaks down is your omegas, and then you have the BC complex that has sustained release, as well as the Optiflora that makes it all the way down to your lower gut. This cute little picture on the left is just a demonstration of how you can see that not all vitamins are created equally. This person was taking Centrum Silver, which actually price-wise is very, very similar to what just our Vitaly separately is. This is a picture of them taking the vitamin, or they took the x-ray the day after. No, they took the vitamin and the day after they took this x-ray, and you can see it there on the left-hand side at the top, still fully intact. And then taken the day of the x-ray, still fully intact. And then the last one, 2 days before the x-ray, now still fully intact, and in their rectum. So if you've ever seen one of those videos where they take the vitamins and drop them into like something that mimics stomach acid, like vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and you drop that in there, the Shaklee vitamins break down within like 24 minutes? 24 minutes before it fully breaks down. Seconds?
Yeah.
24 seconds? It starts breaking down like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you set all your other, you know, separate types of brands of vitamins in there, some of them can take days, weeks, months, or never break down. So they're not all created the same.
All right, so for allergies, Shaklee definitely has a lot of natural solutions for that. And I feel like we often, if our child has allergies or ourselves, they're very quick to just prescribe something that masks the symptoms but doesn't really get to the root cause of, and allergies are very immune system related. So we're wanting to build up the immune system and help the body fight off the allergies. And one of the biggest things you can do is change the cleaners and the things in your home to something non-toxic. So your laundry detergent, I was just on a call today and she was talking about that we underestimate the importance of our laundry detergent and that we're always wearing clean clothes. And so you always have that laundry detergent on your body. You're always smelling it. You're sleeping in it. And so just your exposure to that alone and taking that and a chemical laundry detergent out of your home may help the situation. A lot of people, I did not realize that Tide Free and Clear is not free and clear of chemicals or toxins. It's just free and clear of dyes and perfumes. And so those a lot of times are the irritants anyway. So one of the products and one of the amazing things is that the doctor and scientist who discovered that our bodies have interferon in them, which is actually like the fortress that protects our immune system. He came to Shaklee and said, that he wanted Shaklee to develop a product that then would feed this interferon in our body. And Shaklee did, and it's called Nutriferon, which is a great product to take to help build up that fortress that protects your immune system and keeps your immune system strong. It provides immune support at the cellular level, and it boosts our interferon production and decreases our risk of infection and getting ill.
And again, that supplement can be really helpful for children. I give it to my 4-year-old son. I cut it in half and put it in a spoonful of honey, and he takes it. If anyone else in my family gets sick, I give it to my entire family as a preventative, as knowing someone around us has gotten ill.
Alfalfa is amazing. It is reported to help with arthritis and allergies and sinus congestion. It helps breastfeeding moms with milk supply. It increases your milk supply. It alkalines the body. It helps with ulcers and stomach ailments, water retention, body odor, and bad breath. And alfalfa is definitely a go-to for allergies. Our oldest daughter, I had never given her anything for her environmental allergies, but she definitely had some stuff going on. And since starting in March with which we'll talk in a little bit about, the Incredivites and the Omega Chews and the probiotic and some vitamin C, adding in the alfalfa to that, and she is no longer the snotty mess that she was. So, and the alfalfa is really important too, because the taproot of the alfalfa can go down as deep as 20 feet. And our soil is not as nutrient dense as it used to be. And so our food is not as nutrient dense either as it was 50 years ago, 100 years ago. But the alfalfa taproot goes down so deep that it's getting a lot of the nutrients and the minerals from the core of the earth and the soil that a lot of our food is not getting. So it's a great supplement.
And you can hide it. So if you have struggled with your kids getting things like alfalfa down, you can just chop it right up, put it in their smoothie or in a special applesauce, or hide it in yogurt.
And it's a natural antihistamine and anti-inflammatory and a natural diuretic. So Vitalized Immunity is kind of, it is Shaklee's natural form of like an airborne. So when we start to get a tickle in our throat or something here, or sometimes if you get just kind of, I'll get like that where I can start to swallow or feel something, I pop a couple of these throughout a couple days. And one Vitalized Immunity is the equivalent of 16 oranges of vitamin C. So it's just a great boost of vitamin C to help your body fight the germs off and provides your immune system some support.
And my kids love it. It's delicious.
It is good. So the two products that we like to highlight are the Stress Relief Complex. This has been amazing. It just helps take the edge off and just kind of help calm you. I actually have started taking one of these every single morning, and it just helps me be a better mom, is what I'm concluding.
It's totally fair.
The Gentle Sleep Complex, I have not used because I have no trouble falling asleep, but
I use it. Like, I don't know, if you ever have those days where you've been out and you're way too excited about something, which happens in this business also, or if you're flying or traveling, I don't know, do you guys sleeping in hotels, or if your husband is out of town? Oh, this is so wonderful. It just puts you right to sleep very naturally, no side effects, and you sleep hard and really fast.
But you said you wake up feeling okay, right? Not groggy.
Yeah. Oh no, you feel good. There are times when I'll wake up at 3-something in the morning and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I think I still have time to do like a half dose of Gentle Sleep Complex. Quick. And I like go dig it out of my pantry. Get up. I still get up at 6. Sure. This is the Shaklee 180 turnaround kit. We have had incredible success stories of people losing so much fat on this plan. It comes with snack bars and meal bars and energizing tea. And the goal really is to keep you feeling full, keep you feeling high energy, We run a detox group every couple of months that uses some of these same products to keep people going strong. And they just find out that, holy cow, not only do they lose fat and take inches down, but their bodies just stay really high energy and don't need all the extra calories. And you can really like reset your clean eating palate, really, is what you're doing, is you're just resetting your desire for clean eating. And people use this plan. This is not meant to be long term. It's meant to be a 3-month plan and get people losing weight and on the road to losing weight. And your metabolic boost is that top supplement up there in the corner. And that just gets people going in the right direction and then allowing them to be able to sustain the weight loss.
And it comes with some online tools and stuff too, and healthy meal ideas and things. So it's usually the plan of it is 2 shakes a day and then a healthy balanced meal at night.
Yeah, and if you want inspiration about weight loss, I mean, just Google Shaklee 180 plan and click on images. Oh, wow. The beginning, the before and after photos are just astounding. Okay, so this is our Shaklee Kids line. We have so many cool solutions. Okay, one of our cool solutions is like for the little babies, we have, this is an awesome gift for people. The lotion, the wash, as well as the massage oil for babies. They are extremely ultra concentrated. So I think that the Shaklee baby wash is like $23 or $26. But I've had the exact same container for literally YEARS years. They're so ultra concentrated. So you may look at it initially and be like, what? But no, it's incredible. It lasts forever. And it smells delicious, and it's super, super, super gentle on their skin. It's awesome. And if you ever get in a pinch, you can always put a drop of Basic H in your bathtub as well, and it makes bubbles like right to the ceiling. The Mighty Smarts. Okay, so we brought the cute little one with us here to show you guys because they're awesome. They actually look like a little teeny Starburst chew. They taste like a Starburst chew. They're bright yellowish orange. Is it okay if I go with that? Mm-hmm. I mean, this is one of Colette's children. But if you see the color, it's like a bright yellowish orange color. And they taste amazing, like literally like a Starburst. They're incredible and amazing. And they are filled with excellent omegas for your children, which also helps them sleep. So if you have struggles with your kids with sleeping through the night and et cetera, that can really help. And then this is the Incredivites. And I just want to highlight this. This is our kid vitamin. The highlight I want to make about this is that it's a chewable. I actually cut it in half and give it to my 1-year-old. It is not a gummy. What does that mean to you? Okay, what that means to you is that if Shaklee could design a gummy, they would make $50 million because everybody wants to give their kid a gummy. So oftentimes moms will do the little bribe switch of, hey, I'll give you this awesome Starbursty, yummy, delicious thing if you eat this chewable that is no longer a gummy, because kids will be like, oh, my gummy. But unfortunately, gummies have been proven to not actually deliver vitamins and minerals to your kids.
Well, the gummies don't have minerals. They just have the vitamins in them. And their base obviously is sugar, which has been, dentists are saying is what's causing a lot of the tooth decay, because the kids are eating these gummies and then they're staying in their teeth. So, I mean, my kids have been taking a Whole Foods vitamin before the Incredivite, which they weren't fond of that one either. And this one took a little bit of an adjustment period, but really what I just said is they're your vitamins. They're good for you. You have to take them. And they all will take them now, and no trouble, no issues.
Oh my goodness, now my kids love them. Now they fight over them. But if you've taken your kids from gummies to those, you may have some prepared resistance. This is our Shaklee Performance line. This is what our Olympians are using and what Eli Bremer really speaks a lot to, and he just has such a wealth of knowledge about this, way more than I do. What they have in this line is they have a fitness line and an endurance line. So if you are like a hardcore, well, basically if you're Colette, you should probably just choose the endurance line. But if you're like the rest of us who go to the gym like 3 times a week, we just choose the fitness line. But what's really cool is that both the lines have like a pre-workout supplement and then a during workout and then a post-recovery. So you'll see that there is a Boost Performance Focus Tea and then the Energizing Chews. That's like to get you to the gym, or maybe it's from your car at the gym to the door. That's like my hesitation moment. And it gives you just a small boost of energy, which is similar to like green tea. They're powered by green tea. And then the Hydrate, that's the supplement that we made for NASA originally. Hydrate actually hydrates your body better than water. So while you're working out, you want to use that. We can actually keep it in our cabinet, our emergency medical cabinet in our home in case somebody gets diarrhea or the pukes, because it's unbelievably hydrating. And for a little tiny baby, like the baby will drink it, you know, so they don't know what they're drinking, but it's better for them than just water. And then the build, they say within 30 minutes of your workout, the best way to maximize on your workout is to add that protein in quickly after your workout within 30 minutes. And then that recover supplement is so amazing. It repairs your muscles at a cellular level while you sleep. It also helps you sleep very well. It has tart cherry juice extract in it, as well as ashwagandha root, which helps you sleep really, really, really well. So people are noticing it's kind of like a 2-for-1 deal. You sleep really well and really hard, but then you also can work out again the next day and not have those super sore muscles. This is the Healthy Get Clean line, and what's cool about our Getting Clean line is that we kind of cover the gamut. You can see in the dishwasher realm, we cover what you put on your dishwasher. If you open your dishwasher and notice that like wave of bleach smell, that probably means there's bleach on your dishes, and then you put them in your mouth. So that's not a good idea. But I love that super ultra concentrated little bag of dishwasher detergent because it does 48 loads. So it lasts literally forever. My family can live off of that little $9 bag for almost 3 full months. And then the hand washing, as well as the Germ Off, which is our germicide, the Basic H, lasts literally years, and it's $10.65. It's the coolest supplement. It's the coolest product ever made. You will meet people, grandparents, great-grandparents that are like, oh, we all had Basic H. I mean, it is the coolest supplement. It becomes an all-purpose cleaner, a windows, as well as a degreaser. And it can make that little tiny bottle, in real life, you know, it's like this tall. It can make up to 5,000 bottles of Windex. 5,000. So the cleaning line, and with the laundry, is said to save the average family $3,700 a year in cleaning products. So in my mind, I think I'd save $3,700 in cleaning products by buying this whole line one time. Then I can buy my vitamins. That's how I do it. It's a 2-for-1. These are just some of the amazing uses for Basic H. So if you get vitamins or vegetables and fruits and you need to wash them, it can be a great way to use to clean your produce. And also it can be used for diaper wipes. It can be used to clean your barbecue grill. It can clean your floor. We use it to clean glass. We use it to clean our cars. We keep bottles of it everywhere. What I love is that you can spray it around your children or let your children do the cleaning, and they could literally eat it and it would never cause them any harm, but it does an excellent job cleaning as well. And it is as cheap as 1 penny per bottle. 1 penny. So it is cheaper than baking soda and vinegar, which used to be my big go-tos.
All right, and this is our youth line. So I had mentioned that we were going to talk more about our skincare. So this is the youth line, which was just launched last year. And it is amazing. It smells amazing. It's botanically based. It's 100% vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free. It was dermatologist tested. They even went so far as they had a team, and they actually had ways they tested its effectiveness. So it's suitable for sensitive skin. It's hypoallergenic. They, as only Shaklee would, they definitely had a list of things that they were not willing to put in a skincare product that normally are allowed to be on in skincare and commonly found. So there's a list of actually 2,500 ingredients that they would not formulate with. And these are just some of the big ones that they listed. So, and I know that, you know, anything we put on our skin is absorbed into our bloodstream within, 26 seconds? Something crazy like that. So it's just nice to know that I'm using a skincare line that I know I can put on my face and it's not doing damage to the rest of my body. So in their trials and in their testing, they found that a decade of aging was erased. So 100% of the women were clinically proven to have younger looking skin, and 2/3 of the women actually shifted their skin age into a decade earlier, into a younger decade. So it helps with facial wrinkles, pore size, skin texture, hyperpigmentation, even skin tone, radiance, firmness, and sagging.
And I think it's important to note that that's all by clinical dermatologist assessments, not just somebody saying my skin feels 10 years younger.
So here are some before and afters. This is Crystal and her and before and after 60 days of using the youth line.
And she's only in her 30s, so I think it's important to note that she already had amazing skin in her 30s, but after only 60 days, she had that great of results.
And here is Nancy and her results after 60 days also.
And there's no makeup.
No makeup. You can see that the color and stuff has evened out.
Incredible.
So here is definitely the thing that also helped me be confident in sharing Shaklee with others is the 100% guarantee. And that just shows how strongly Shaklee believes in the product that they're producing and putting out there. And that if you do not feel better or like what you're using, that they will give you your money back, empty bottle policy, no time on it, and no questions asked. And they can do that with such confidence because they have the proof that what they're putting out there works and does what it says it's going to do.
So then the big question is, in what way do you want to be a part of the effect? There's so many different ways to join in with what Shaklee is offering here. We offer a lifetime membership, and once you are a member, you are one-time membership fee, no auto ships required, no minimums, no quotas, etc. And then at that point, you receive everything at 15% off. We also have a share and referral program where if you share with someone else, Shaklee, and refer back those orders or names to Katie and Chris or whomever, you are also allowed to receive free shipping on your next order or products or etc. at discounts. And then, of course, we have people that decide they want to build a team and join our team and get their products for free and share them with everyone they talk to. So there's lots of different opportunities in how you can be a part of that effect.
And this,
I'm going to be.
Okay, you go.
This hopefully will kind of narrow it down for you. I know it can be a lot of information, a little overwhelming, but the goal of this slide is to really categorize it for you in clarity by age. So this is what the essential nutrition is for each age group. So if you have 1 to 3 year olds, you're looking at giving them a multivitamin, a chewable vitamin C, and a probiotic. And that's like their regimen for keeping them healthy and strong. Once they get to 4 to 12 year olds, you're adding the Mighty Chews and making sure that they're staying on those other things. And then from 12 to 49 years old, you're hopefully at that stage where people are able to swallow their vitamins and you're adding an omega. And then at 14 to 49 years old, we recommend starting out with the Vitalizer for either men or women. We find that most people experience the greatest results from that combination of the Vitalizer with the shake, like very quickly. And the certified nutritionist on our team, she always tells people, you don't have to look at this as a lifelong plan. Just try it for 30 days and see if those strips of vitamins in the Vitalizer with the shake doesn't create an enormous difference in your life in 30 days. So that's super helpful that she kind of, narrows the window for you. And the chewable vitamin C can be very helpful, especially if you're getting a cold. And then the 50 years and up, we recommend the Vitalizer Gold, which is the Vitalizer strip without the vitamin K and adding the vitamin C.
And this is just kind of a nice thing to end with that, Dr. Shaklee was quoted to say, all I did was listen to nature and pass the word along. And I definitely think that he modeled that and stood for that his whole life. And Shaklee continues to do so. So, yeah. So thank you all very much for coming. And does anyone have any questions? If you do, down in the bottom corner of your screen, there's a chat little bubble, and you can click on that, and you can type one, or you can unmute yourself, and if you just start talking, you will show up on the screen. So. I'm doing a teacher wait time. All right, well, if no one has any questions, just if you do, or if you think of any after, which is usually what happens with me, just get in contact with the person who sent you to the call, And thank you very much for taking time out of your night. I know nighttime at our house at least is precious, and the quiet is always nice to enjoy. So we appreciate you taking some of that to join us tonight. Bye.